Good evening with the Lime Sports World. I'm Damien Best. Well, England captain Alistair Cook will not lead the side during the upcoming tour of the West Indies. The tour, which is made up of 3 one-day internationals and 3 T20 fixtures, will be a guide as both teams look toward the World T20 Championship in Bangladesh in March and April. The England captain said for tactical reasons he would miss the tour in order for T20 captain Stuart Broad and limited overs coach Ashley Giles to hone their preparations for the tournament. Cook oversaw a 4-1 series defeat to Australia after losing the final ODI yesterday by 5 runs in Adelaide. Well, Combermere are into the finals of this year's Wabisco Schoolgirls basketball competition. Playing at the Wildy Gym today, they narrowly defeated Springer Memorial by just 1 point to advance. Sean Green was there.
This is action in the first half. Springer in the white. The ball finds Zakia Curtin, and she floats in two. When you're playing certain teams, there are certain players you just can't leave alone. And when Melissa Bowen is one of them, she must be marked at all times. Even I know that. Combermere had holes in their defense, and the Springer team was finding them. Makisha Ford with 2 of her own. But Bowen was always going to be a handful. No wonder she had a whopping 23 for Springer. Combermere took some time to get going, but they eventually found their footing, and so too did Tatiana Waldron. Oops, she's good. She lays up for 2 and draws the foul for the 3-point play. Waldron now feeding Christina Hewitt, who shoots from a distance, and the Combermere moving up, and on. Then she weaves through the traffic, and no one could stop her. She had 9 points. It was all tied up at halftime at 25, and Combermere started strongly in the second. Yearwood slipping through Springer like a hot knife through butter. She had 12 in the game. But don't count Springer out just yet. Bowen with a fast break, and she makes no mistake. The small Government Hill contingent cheering and loving it. But sibling rivalry was on the court. This is when Marie Bowen from Combermere, making sure her team remain ahead of the game. Combermere's Bowen again laying up for 2 of her 21, and Combermere now ahead by just 1 in the dying seconds. However, Springer couldn't get that extra 2 points they needed, and Combermere narrowly got home by 1, 49-48. Sean Green, CBC Sports.
Well, thanks, Sean. The second semi-final between Graydon Sealy and Queen's College has been rescheduled to Thursday at the same venue due to the death of one of their pupils in the Rendezvous area yesterday. All school activities were cancelled for the day, and the finals will now be played on Tuesday, February 4th at the same venue. Local cricket umpires were under the spotlight recently when the Barbados Cricket Umpires Association held its 2013 awards ceremony. Examination awards went to Ernell Fields, who had the top mark in last year's local exam, while Derek Davis received the top mark in the West Indies Cricket Umpires Association written exam. 7 umpires were awarded for 30 years of service, while 3 retired first-class umpires received awards of achievement. President Gregory Brathwaite says if the local association is to keep up with that of the international umpiring level, a few areas should be adjusted.
Umpiring on the international stage has changed from what it used to be 20, 10, 5, I dare say a year ago. And if we're going to try to keep pace with the umpiring world, if we're going to try to remain relevant as an association and create opportunities for young aspiring umpires, we need to adapt to change and to adapt very quickly.